Bonjour, bienvenue dans... Non mais on travaille, les bateaux, le soleil... Non mais... Ah là là, mais c'est pas possible, vraiment. Bonjour, bienvenue dans un nouveau blog. Nous sommes toujours à Cannes pour le MIP 2015 et on va faire un flashback, un retour en arrière sur le MIPCom de l'année dernière où Monsieur M Night Shyamalan nous présentait Wayward Pines, la série qui sera bientôt diffusée sur Canal+, dont vous avez obligatoirement entendu parler à mi-chemin entre Twin Peaks et la 4e dimension. C'était très intriguant, on a pu s'entretenir avec lui très longuement, et surtout de la fonction de réalisateur au sein d'une série, car vous savez que généralement le showrunner c'est plutôt le scénariste, là lui c'est lui qui est vraiment à la tête de la série. Est-ce qu'il ne se fait pas manger la laine sur le dos par les autres réalisateurs qui réalisent les épisodes? Réponse.
I guess it was a little bit of a cheat because I am a writer primarily in film, but I didn't write the source material, but I did heavily influence the writers of the show. So, you know, if there was a writer who's writing an episode and I didn't like it, we would chuck it and go start it with another writer, and then I would work with that writer and try to get it, you know, more in line. And so in that way I was acting like the head writer of the show without writing the pilot, you know, so to some extent I was playing somewhat of that role. But to your point, we're a little unusual on Wayward Pines. I gave a lot of control to the directors. I hired a lot of cinema directors and I gave them a lot of control. And our actors a lot of them were primarily from film too, so they were very at ease with that. So it was good. I gave a lot of autonomy even to the actors. I felt safe because at the end of the day, I'm the one that said, I don't like it, don't do that, let's do something else. But I trusted them, you know, and the actors and the directors. I showed them the pilot, and then I said, you know, this is where we're, you know, and they would say they would get it and they would like it and they would want to. I knew they were going to honor it and do their version of it. I didn't want them to do the same thing. Everybody has it differently. Some of the directors are more muscular, some of them are more mysterious, some of them are funnier, and so they took it a little bit in that direction, each one. But I matched them. I tried to match the script to the director as best I could, given schedules. You know, like this director would be good for episode 9. This director would be good for episode 10.
That's very interesting because usually in television, the director are asked to do exactly the same thing that in the pilot. They are asked to play by the rules of the show, the same mood or things like that. You just know that each director has a small bit of more freedom.
More freedom, yeah.
That's really interesting.
But I gave them the freedom, but they didn't necessarily run away with it. You wouldn't know. It feels like all of one piece, because they liked the show. They didn't want to reinvent it from, you know. And we had a certain language of. Like we had a little, you know, some rules like, you know, this is what light means, this is when we use fluorescent lights, those kind of things, this is what it means to us, technology versus this versus that. Had some themes, some of them brought that out more, some of them brought that out less. So they had some tools to work with, but it wasn't super confining. And again, we tried to match them. If there was a good, oh, this guy would be great at all the dialogue scenes in this one episode, he'd be great, let's use him. Or this one has a lot of action in this episode, I know exactly the director to do it, like that kind of thing.